for this routine, but I actually have to actually keep it straight in my head, which, by the way, if anybody knows me, is really scary. The next thing I'd like to talk to you guys about are some of the things I like and some of the things I'm not so, such a big fan of. And one of the things I'm not a huge fan of is camping. Now, I know a lot of people really dig camping. I'm happy for you, I really am. My idea of roughing it is when the batteries die on my remote control and I actually have to go to the TV to change it. That is my idea of roughing it as far as camping. So I actually work for the state of Michigan. By the way, happy retirement, Terry Funch. She's a girlfriend of ours and she's here and she just retired. You haven't even had your party yet, have you?
No.
Oh, you must be blind. When is your party?
Friday.
This Friday. Terry, how long did you work there?
Only 22 years there, but it's the other.
Oh, with the other time. No,
But I
you're
did
not.
survive and get out of there.
Terry and I used to work for the state of Michigan. We worked in the carpool, we worked in the mail room, all sorts of stuff. And Terry's a fantastic person, and it's really cool that she's retired now. Should have got out of there a long time ago, maybe kept a little more of her sanity, but that's all right. So one of the reasons, I worked for the state of Michigan for 19 years. And the reason I did was so I could get a paycheck, and the reason I wanted money was because so basically I didn't end up being homeless. And because I always thought that homeless people and camping were almost the same thing. And one of the things I grew comfortable with was having a roof over my head. And I really didn't see that was going to be all that successful if I was going to be homeless. And some of the things that a roof over my head provided was, I don't know, I didn't have to be out in the elements. And as far as I know, if you're camping, when it rains, you get wet. And I just didn't dig that. Another thing I didn't really dig about camping, I'm sure this is one of the appeals of camping to somebody, was porta potties and outhouses. Oh my God, and love that stuff. One of the things that is really scary about outhouses is slivers. And obviously you can get some slivers in some really private places. And getting those slivers out, you may need a friend. And now, with an outhouse or a porta potty, then you also have to think about, or at least I think about, our mosquitoes and flies. Nice. That's terrific. I wanted to have my vacation and have mosquitoes and flies to worry about. I don't think you really have to worry about that in a hotel room. So there's really not enough off and hand sanitizers for me to ever want to go camping. Yeah, no kidding. But one of the other things that I guess I just didn't get, and that was hunting. And my father was a hunter. He hunted deer and geese and duck. I think he even hunted rabbits at one time. But as a young man, my father would take me hunting. Well, one of the things, actually a couple of things, that I discovered that I wasn't really fond about hunting was, one, you have to get up really early, and two, you had to do things. And as far as when I say you had to do things, hunting actually to me seemed a lot like work, because you didn't just, you didn't get to go whatever time you wanted, get up lazy. Oh, it's like 11 o'clock, I think I'll get up. You have to get up before God gets up. And then when I say do things, I mean, they have, just to go hunting a whitetail, it's not like you just say, oh yeah, I'm going to go hunting next week. and you automatically get your buck. It just doesn't happen. And so there were way too many things involved as far as I was concerned for hunting, and I never became a hunter. Never became a good hunter. One time my father was taking us hunting, or actually.
I think it's about as up as high as it goes.
more than,
Yeah.
just me and Dad, but yeah, I
Can it
think
not be
was
heard
three
back
of us.
there?
Not
And
as much.
I knew we were going hunting
So Lisa
because
said you might want
we
to.
had shotguns,
Okay.
we had shells, and we had decoys. So I figured we were going hunting. So we end up going to this swamp, and it's wet, and it's snowy, and it's really, really cold. Does anybody know how cold it was? Very good. It was actually so cold that Elsa from Frozen bought a one-way ticket to Orlando. When we got to this swamp, and it really was a swamp, there were these tiki hut looking things. They looked like they were made of thatched, whatever, reeds, cane. I mean, it really did look like tiki huts. So we got inside these things and hid from the ferocious whatever we were hunting, because apparently we were scared of them because we hid.
Oh, you go right there.
And then far off in the distance, I hear what sounds like a vehicle in a parking garage or a parking what would you say? A parking jam. There we go. A parking jam. And so we sat there hidden from these scary whatevers, and the noise became closer and closer. Well, just about the time I was spoke that we were going to see these things, somebody yelled, "Duck!" and I hit the ground. These guys apparently thought they knew what they were doing. Started shooting shotgun, and I mean, not just one guy, all two of the guys, and they were firing as if their life depended on it. And I'm not joking, I was actually terrified, and I had actually thought that Duck Dynasty had Tourette's. I mean, I was petrified.